When I woke up this morning, I swear the sun was ready to start a fight. It wasn't polite, it wasn't gradual, just a full, flat-out commitment to brightness that hit the tin roof and bounced straight into my eyes before I'd even finished my first thought. I stood on the porch with my coffee, squinting out at the pasture. 28 years old, mud-worn boots, a flannel with a button missing on the third hole. I mentioned it once. Tina gave me a look that said, "I know, I'll get to it." And somehow that button's absence became part of the shirt's whole personality. We don't bring it up anymore. Out in the field, Superstar was already performing. Most cows just stand there. That's the whole thing, that's the whole personality. Not Superstar. She moves like she sold tickets to it. A sideways trot, a head toss, a long theatrical moo aimed straight at the open sky like she's expecting applause. River named her. He's 6, gap-toothed, chronically covered in something, after watching her do exactly that one afternoon. He looked at me dead serious and said, "She's performing, Dad." I didn't argue. He wasn't wrong. Tina came through the screen door with her mug in both hands, the way she always holds it, like it's something worth keeping warm. 12 years of mornings together and she still does that. I stopped noticing it somewhere around year 4. Started noticing it again this year. That felt like finding something I didn't know I'd lost. "You opening the gate today?" she asked. "Absolutely." I set down my mug. Gonna be a whole moment. Ivy came around the porch corner in rain boots that didn't match, dragging a stick she'd clearly promoted to the rank of important object. She's 5. Everything she owns has a rank. She looked at the pasture, looked at me, then pointed that stick directly at Superstar like a tiny field marshal identifying a person of interest. "She's already doing it," she said. No elaboration, none needed. River scrambled up from the porch steps. "Can I film it?" "Nobody's filming anything," I said, already walking out like a man who absolutely had this. I did not have this. The ground near the gate was soft from overnight damp, and Superstar had been busy in that particular corner. My left boot found the patty, the world went slick, and I won't lie to you, for about half a second I thought I might recover. I did not recover. I went into a full, slow-motion, leg-flailing slide that covered 4 feet of mud before I caught myself on the rust-flaked gatepost. I just crouched there, hand on the post, left side of my jeans, gone. Tina would tell it later as the most epic wipeout I've ever seen, which, fair. River lost it first, that high-pitched, can't-breathe kid laughter completely folded. Ivy didn't laugh. She walked 3 deliberate steps toward me, inspected the situation like she was filing a report, and said, "Wow." I looked down at myself, looked up at my family, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. The grin came slow. "Come here," I said. River clocked it and bolted. "No, no! I just want a hug. Your jeans!" They ran, both of them, screaming like I was a swamp monster on a mission. Ivy took off swinging that stick. I chased them around the water barrel until my lungs were screaming and I had to lean on my thighs, grinning like a fool. I walked back to the gate to finish what I'd started, unlatched it, swung it wide. Superstar took her time. She cleared the gate, hit the clover, and stopped, just for a second, and threw her head back slow, one long moo rolling out across the whole green field like she was letting the morning know she'd arrived. Then she walked on. The sun held steady. Behind me, the kids were still laughing. Good morning. Good life.
Hey, thanks for listening. I'll be back every Tuesday and Thursday with a new one. If you got time, click on the link on the screen and we'll keep it going. Until next time, see ya!